We start with breaking news for you this afternoon. FBI Deputy Director Andrew McCabe has stepped down. McCabe will remain on the FBI payroll until he's eligible to retire with full benefits in mid-March. Be sure to stick with Valley News Live throughout the day today for more details on this breaking story. Bitter cold temps have once again hit the valley, and it doesn't seem to be going away anytime soon. Taking a look outside right now, at least we're getting some sunshine. Let's check in with meteorologist Lisa Green to get the latest look at our forecast. Hi, Lisa.
Hey, yeah, that sun is a big difference for us here today. At least it looks bright out there, and that's helping to allow us to deal with these temperatures. We're above zero for just about every location, or at least at zero. One spot, Vedette's still at 4 below, and Roseau and Crookston and Bemidji all at 0 right now. Fargo, a toasty 4 above, and 2 currently in Grand Forks this afternoon. Wind has been quite light. In fact, our top speed right now at 8 miles per hour, but most places reporting calm conditions. So that south wind we're hoping to kick in later today hasn't done so yet. So we're really relying on that sunshine to help us out. Visibility looks good across the valley, and you could see on our radar and satellite map, pretty quiet. There is a little bit of cloud cover out to our west. A look at your hourly planner today. Temperatures during the daytime hours into the low teens for Fargo, but as that wind kicks in later tonight, we'll see those numbers hold steady or come up, and that brings about some changes tomorrow. We'll have details on that coming up.
Thank you, Lisa. A head-on crash caused a traffic backup in Moorhead this morning. It happened at 8th Street and 30th Avenue South. Both vehicles were towed away from the scene. There's no word yet on if the people involved had any injuries. President Trump will deliver the State of the Union address tomorrow. The theme of his primetime speech is building a safe, strong, and proud America. And it could serve as a much-needed reset after a tumultuous first year. Senior White House officials say the unifying speech will highlight the administration's tax bill victory and tout plans for trade, immigration reform, and a $1.7 trillion infrastructure proposal. Major Garrett is at the White House with our story.
If I don't have that form of communication, I can't defend myself.
The president and Twitter provocateur said Sunday his tweets are sometimes dictated or sent by advisors, but more often than not, he is the author.
Sometimes in bed, and perhaps sometimes at breakfast or lunch or whatever, but generally speaking, during the early morning or during the evening, I can do that.
Mr. Trump has denounced the Russia investigation on Twitter. CBS News has confirmed that last June, the president talked about firing special counsel Robert Mueller, citing 3 areas of possible conflict of interest. Last week, Mr. Trump denied reports that he ordered Mueller's firing.
What if you want to fire Robert Mueller?
Fake news, folks. Fake news.
What's your message?
Typical New York Times fake stories.
Nothing Mr. Trump said about ousting Mueller was ever relayed to the Justice Department, where the power to fire Mueller actually resides.
We know that if he tried to, it'd be the end of his presidency.
South Carolina Republican Lindsey Graham described the consequences of dismissing Mueller. White House counsel Don McGahn was frustrated by the talk of firing Mueller and also other matters. He threatened to resign, but not directly to Mr. Trump. Top advisors urged the president to leave Mueller alone. McGahn remains White House counsel, and Mueller is still special counsel.
Don McGahn, if the story is true in the New York Times, did the right thing, and the good news is the president listened.
And remember, we will have full coverage of the State of the Union address tomorrow, right here on Valley News Live. What would you like to see in a new superintendent of the Moorhead School District? Officials want to hear your thoughts on the hiring process, and they're holding the first 3 of 7 listening sessions today. All public meetings start at 7 p.m. Tonight, they're going on at Robert Asp School, Ellen Hopkins Elementary, and the Sabin Community Center. Tomorrow, they're at Reinertson Elementary, Probesfield, and the Moorhead Center Mall atrium. The last session is Thursday at Horizon Middle School. Information collected will be used to help shape the leadership profile and candidate interview questions. Superintendent Lynn Kovash retired in November after 30 years with the district. The man killed after hitting 3 horses with his car over the weekend has been identified. Police say 24-year-old Cruz Schumacher from Jamestown died at the scene of the crash early Saturday morning. Stutzman County officials say Schumacher was heading west on County Road 38 near Ypsilanti when he hit and killed the horses that were standing on the road. The impact caused his car to crash into a semi-trailer parked in a lot. The crash is under investigation. In today's consumer news, Panera Bread has issued a national recall of cream cheese products from its bakery. Cafes after concerns of potential listeria contamination. Although no illnesses have been reported, the St. Louis-based chain said Sunday it had issued the recall out of an abundance of caution after samples of one variety of 2-ounce cream cheese from a single production day showed a positive result for the presence of listeria. Listeriosis is a serious infection typically caused by eating food contaminated with listeria bacteria. The contaminant was found in that Panera testing. Today is the start of tax season. The Internal Revenue Service will start accepting both electronic and paper returns today. The official deadline isn't until April 17th, but there are benefits to filing early. The sooner you file, the sooner you'll get your refund. If you find that you owe the IRS money, you'll have more time to come up with the cash if you file early. You're not required to pay your tax bill until the April 17th deadline. Filing early is also a way to prevent identity theft by getting your return in before criminals have a chance to send in a fraudulent one. In our Healthier Me this afternoon, cold and flu season is here in full force. To boost your immune system and try to prevent yourself from getting sick, many people take a zinc supplement. Brittany Moore reports.
To prevent yourself from getting sick, taking zinc may seem like a no-brainer to boost your immune system. But is it really the answer?
Taking zinc every day as a supplement probably isn't the best approach for trying to reduce the frequency of colds. The evidence of using it to prophylax or prevent colds is not very strong.
Although he doesn't suggest using it daily for prevention, Chris does say taking it when symptoms first start is beneficial.
Zinc has some evidence of shortening cold symptoms when it's taken within the first 48 hours of cold symptoms. It can shorten the duration of those cold symptoms for maybe shorten it by 1 or 2 days. And the common cold is maybe 10 days long for most people.
You can find zinc over the counter in several forms at your local pharmacy.
It can be in just a pill that you swallow immediately. But things for the common cold, the most popular products are lozenges and oral liquid. The most popular product for the treatment of common cold is Zicam-like products, and they're lozenges, so they're the things that you dissolve in your mouth.
Pharmacists say zinc supplements are for people with zinc deficiencies, and you should see your doctor before taking them. A rush on new televisions is expected ahead of the Super Bowl, but the game isn't the only driving factor. Ahead at noon, we'll break down some of the super spending going on ahead of the Super Bowl. But next, another drop in temperatures. At least we're above zero right now. We'll get a check of your Monday forecast with a look ahead in Lisa Green's forecast.